Yeah, but Karthik, the looks of this motorcycle are anyway a questionable thing. Because this motorcycle is simply not large enough and it has never been from the start. So when you ride a 400X, you do get the sense of premium, not just from the height and all of that, but from the sense of heft.
That's my next question. So we'll come to the 400X later.
Yeah.
So in this, so you're saying the upside down forks would have been good because it would have also added to the visual mass and premiumness of the motorcycle.
Yeah, because
that's why.
The biggest issue with the Speed 400 even today, and there are comments on our MotorInc first, there are comments on the view story we did, on the balance stories, it's just not large enough to feel premium enough. And this motorcycle is physically the same motorcycle, nothing has changed. From that useless headlight in the front to the tail light, it is the same size more or less as a Speed 400.
But visually it looks
even less equipped, but the design is a little bit more flashy in terms of stickering.
okay.
Right? And therefore, when I rode this motorcycle down to Mumbai from the factory in Pune, I passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Speed 400s.
Oh.
2 on the highway, 3 on the outskirts of Mumbai or whatever. None of them noticed that I wasn't riding a Speed 400.
Okay.
It just totally escaped their attention.
Okay.
Right? So if you're one of those customers who are buying your first 400, you would like that sense of premium from it, you like people to turn around and say, oh, he's got a 400. Mm-hmm. This is just as anonymous as the Speed 400 can sometimes be.
Okay.
Right? The Speed 400, for example, has lost that blue color and now there's a bright yellow color. In this year. And that bright color, I think the primary reason why it exists is so that you turn around and look at it. Right? You're going to look at the white picture of the white T4 and at least the white makes it look substantial. But take this bike, turn it into black, it's a really small motorcycle. And if I were to park a Hunter and a Speed T4 and a Speed 400 far enough away, I don't think you'd be able to tell which one is which because they're all, relatively speaking, skinny small motorcycles.
Oh.
Right? In Royal Enfield's case, they do have the alternative of something more hefty in the Classic and the Bullet. In the Triumph's case, that motorcycle turns out to be the 400X, which happens to be some 30,000 rupees more. So it's not an easy leap to make.
Okay. So it's very clear between the Speed 400 and the T4, the choice of the T4 as the better riding, better motorcycle experience.
More feel. Yeah.
Right? And you clearly will travel as happily with it. But between the Speed 400 and the 400X, it was very clear in my head, basis our discussion, that go for the 400X.
Oh, that is not changed in any way at all.
Okay.
If you have the money and you can buy a 400X, if you'll have to learn to live with its height and all of this stuff, you'll have to spend some money changing those brake pads out, etc. If you can, as it comes together as a all-purpose scramblery motorcycle, the 400X is still vastly superior to the other two.
Okay.
The way it does the highway, the way it does light off-road, the way the suspension has control in city conditions and outside. If I had to buy a Triumph today, in my head, there is absolutely no doubt at all. I would buy a 400X. The only question is, which color do I want to bring home?
Yes, we love talking about new cars and bikes. And we have spoken a lot. You can find many more such videos on the main MotorInc channel. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe.